what you're saying. I hear complaining. I could repeat every statement you've made verbatim. I treated you better back in the day, and now you feeling like I'm changing, like I'm not the same man. I used to force your heart rate to run a race, and now it's safe to say that it's been run.
We've got a 2011 NLCS rematch. We'll see the St. Louis Cardinals facing the Milwaukee Brewers. And first pitch just moments away. Let's go out to Milwaukee to join Gary Thorne and crew with the call.
This is how the Cardinals are lining up. So who are you looking at, John?
Well, David Freese to me.
Getting us going here, it'll be John Jay.
For the St. Louis Cardinals, center fielder, number 19, John Jay.
Here's one, hit very well deep. Bounces up against the wall. How's it? Time for a quick look at the Brewers and how they will be positioned on the diamond. John, anyone in particular that we want to keep an eye on?
Well, the most underrated part of fielding to me is being able to do it consistently day in and day out. Alex Gonzalez is just that. He is consistent. Not the big flashy play, although...
And Holiday launches it. This one off the wall.
Now batting for the St. Louis
2 hits the
Cardinals.
last game, and you can see he was getting a little confidence as that game went on, and he's carrying it into this one with another good start.
Let's take a look at last year's rankings to see where Matt Holliday slotted in. 6th in on-base percentage, 9th in doubles, and he got it done in the clutch, hitting with runners in scoring position among the top 10 in the league, delivering as his team needed it, driving in some key runs.
That's cut on and missed. 1 and 2.
A lot of times when you try to overswing, a lot of times it slows your bat down. That's what happened here. That's why that two-seamer got by him.
And a run comes home.
Now batting.
Well, he saw a pitch that he really liked, and he did not miss it. A really nice job with nobody out, keeping this inning going and picking up that RBI. Great piece of hitting.
So looking to capitalize on the RBI situation. Lance Berkman. This offense has taken some pressure off the pitching at this point, Steve.
Well, we all knew the possibility of getting some early runs up early could happen.
There's a swing and a ball hit well. Straight away, center field. Say goodbye, a 3-run homer. Now they lead by 4, a 3-run homer.
Now
Give the Cardinals hitting coach a raise here, Gary. This offense is
right
great.
fielder, number 3, Carlos Beltran.
Greinke with the delivery. It's hit foul by Beltran.
Now, they're not wasting any time today. They're coming out strong in the first and making a serious statement.
What a way to start this ball game. You got a chance to put this thing away maybe very early.
Well, they showed up to play. There's no question about it. They want to get up early and try to run away with it. Let's take a look last year in the National League, where the Cardinals ended up ranking first in batting average with runners in scoring position. They were also ranked number 1 in hits, a lineup with depth that can make contact and find their way to base.
One away, David Freese gets set. Well, it's keeping up with the hit trends in this one. Let's take a look at the pitches that he's thrown on the mound that have been put in play.
Well, looking at this guy's slider, that thing has been hit twice already.
Well, with a bunch of runs up on the board, he wants to get out of this inning without any more damage, and his mechanics seem to be off here early on.
Here's the 1-1. Here's a swing and a ball hit high into the air, deep into right field. And goodbye, home run. The St. Louis Cardinals pouring it on.
Second baseman.
And the lead grows to 5. A solo home run. That'll make him grand slam proof the rest of the way. And in the batter's box, Shoemaker. Well, working on the 0-1 count now.
Well, they're not wasting any time today. They're coming out strong in the first and making a
hot shot towards the hole. And they'll record the out at first base. Good timing on that play.
They might not have been able to get him out of the plate, but a short run over the first, and he still retires his man. Well, this is the right move. You had to get the starter out of there, Gary. I mean, he didn't have his good stuff today, but now the bullpen's going to have to step up to see if they can't come back in the game.
First pitch was a strike, 0-1 now. There's a ground ball, and Gonzalez picks it up. Throw in the dirt. He is safe at first. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Brewers. Series with St. Louis concluding tonight. They'll have a couple of days off before they leave again. They'll kick off a series with the Chicago Cubs, a division battle. That'll be kicking off Monday night. That series is for call. He's running. Hit hard on the ground to short. Throws to first in time. That's 3 down. Wow, they deal some serious damage. First inning really starting out with a bang. The Cardinals on top.
Now batting for the Milwaukee Brewers.
Take a look at who's going to be starting for the Cardinals.
Number 2.
Well, Steve, Milwaukee hitters, what's he thinking about?
Well, for Chris Carpenter on the mound, we're going to see that outstanding curveball and a large array of pitches ranging from the mid-80s to 90s.
And so Morgan retired.
Second baseman. Number 20.
We've got a moment to take a look at the lineup for the Brewers. Thoughts, John? Anybody stand up?
Well, you figured it was just a matter of time for one of the better athletes in the game of baseball, Ricky Weeks, to put it all together. Now he's a threat in the lineup. He's cut back on his strikeouts. He puts the ball in play more, and the power potential right now, he's starting to live up to it.
Well, maybe he needs a little vision clarity here. That one he went after, and it was clearly in the dirt.
Let's go, Ricky.
And he swings and hits this one foul.
Foul.
Carpenter with the windup. There's a smash towards the hole, and Berkman pulls it in. And now's a good time to take a quick look at how the St. Louis Cardinals will look defensively. Any picks, John?
Oh, yeah, he might be one of the smaller guys out on the field, and he's getting up there in age, but Rafael Furcal still does one thing better than anyone as far as shortstop go. He still possesses one of the strongest arms you're ever going to see from that position. He still can cover some ground. He's become a smarter player because he positioned himself better, but he still has that great athletic ability to make the spectacular play.
That is a strike, 0-2. Protect that zone for Braun.
Well, I tell you what, for a two-seam fastball, he had some good movement and good pop on that one. Batter swung late.
Strike 3. Ryan Braun right through that one. See ya. No runs, no hits. Nobody crossed the plate in this half inning, and nobody left on base.
For the St. Louis Cardinals.
And Jay stands in to hit.
Looking to carry the momentum from last game when he had 3 RBIs into this one today.
Up the middle. Hello. He got that. He got the glove in front of him and somehow made the catch. Probably saved his life.
This is the pitcher's worst nightmare. You throw the pitch and it comes right back at you. Sometimes it's just self-defense. He got the glove up and made the out.
And it's Matt Holliday in the box now. Hit sharply down the line. And it's caught by Ramirez. And the Brewers in that Central Division last year, Steve was talking about, that record was 31-12, John. That's exceptional.
And at one point in July and August, they played 6 straight series against NL Central opponents.
There's a swing. A ball hit well deep into right center field. Gone. Goodbye home run. So the solo home run tacks on one more. Now a 6-run advantage.
This Cardinals offense rolling right now. They look pretty good.
Number 12, Lance Berkman.
Here we go. Here's the first pitch. Hit up the middle, and Gonzalez picks it up. Throws on to first in time to retire the side. So they pick up a run on the home run and add to their lead. St. Louis continuing to just...
For the Milwaukee Brewers.
If you have your mittens on, it is cold. Tune in on the radio to our broadcast. Getting colder here as it gets later. And the Ramos Ramirez up. Hit in the air, in right, foul territory. So look at the teams who got it done last year at the plate. Brought to you by State Farm. Number 1, the Cardinals. Second, the Mets. Third spot, the Brewers. The Rockies fourth. It's the Astros, number 5.
Well, I wouldn't want to be a pitcher in this game, Gary. I mean, if you're looking to get through a bunch of quick innings, it might not happen in this one. Two of the better teams last season in the league in batting average. These guys have the ability to put the ball in play, and when they do, they usually get hits doing it. This is going to be a tough battle for these pitchers here today.
And that's in the upper half of the zone, 1 and 2.
Well, he gets away with one right here. You don't want to throw the slider up in the zone because you can get hurt. This time it didn't hurt him.
Line drive left of the bag and foul. And that's another foul ball.
Well, even though he got ahead in the count here, 1 and 2 very quickly, you know he's in for a battle because this guy will shorten up just to put it in play. The pitcher has to be at the top of his game, even when he's ahead in the count, to get this guy out.
So Gamble is set down.
Number 1.
Well, let's take a look at the Milwaukee Brewers and where they ended up rank-wise last year in the National League. First in home runs, first in slugging percentage, and as a team, they can put the ball in play, ranked 3rd overall in batting average, really showing that ability and the depth of that lineup to hit for a high average.
And Corey Hart watches that one go by. That'll even it up. 5 hits, 21 ABs lifetime off Carpenter. It's hit foul by Hart. And Carpenter now with the count 1 and 2. Strike 3. Corey Hart swings right through that one. That'll send him back to the bench. 1-2-3 inning for Chris Carpenter. Good start for him. Up next, leadoff hitter Carlos Beltran. Flew out last time.
Carlos Beltran.
It's hit foul by Beltran. Here's the pitch. Beltran again will foul that one off. He swings and drives this one. And Morgan makes the catch. One away, David Freese gets set.
If I was David Freese, I might have just retired after Game 7 of the World Series. I mean, what more can a guy do to help a team win a World Championship? And he did it in his hometown.
This one finds its way around, rolling all the way to the wall. And he ends up at second. That's a double. There is no question, John, the story of David Freese last year postseason is one that it'll be in the record books forever, and a major story, including the great home runs that he hit. And hard grounded to short, and Gonzalez picks it up. There's the throw. Throw offline. He is in there at third. Fans, next Monday you can catch another dose of baseball. It's going to be Hunter Pence and the Philadelphia Phillies as they host the Miami Marlins. Start time 7 o'clock Eastern. Here's Rafael Furcal. There's a swing and a liner towards the gap in left field. And that gets down, and Freese is going to score. Here comes Shoemaker for the plate. He throws. Oh, they're scrambling. Not in time, and he is in there. And they're able to get 2 runs in. This is the way you do it. You want to pick up that extra base hit. It's a risk, and it worked.
Well, you can tell he really wanted it. You see him going in hard, diving into third base, just under the throw to make it.
Made it great, and he's breaking for the plate. He squares around, and he gets this one down. Throws to first. He's retired. That's 2 down. And they score him.
That's the way to be productive. I mean, if you're not going to get a sac fly by swinging the bat, get the ball down on the ground and pick up the RBI.
That's a tremendous job by the pitcher. It keeps you in the game. It helps your own cause, and you execute.
And now you can back out of the mound when you get out there again and get some out.
Swung on, hit, And Gonzalez dives up with it. Throws in time to first. What a play. So they strike for 3 runs on 3 base hits and leave them empty. Same.
Plate for the Milwaukee Brewers.
And we've got LaCroix now coming to the plate.
Number 20, Jonathan LaCroix.
Carpenter with the windup. That curve is just a little bit outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
Now, big break on this curveball. He starts it in the strike zone, but it falls right out of the zone. Good eye by the hitter not to chase it.
Mama, big hack at that one, but a 1-1 count. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. He's behind, a ball and 2 strikes. Hit in the air to left center. Oh, Holiday comes up with a beautiful play. Shows some outstanding speed just to catch up with this thing.
Well, this is an all-or-nothing effort right here. If he doesn't get it, it's extra bases. Nice play.
And with 1 down, it'll be Alex Gonzalez up.
Well, 2011 wasn't Chris Carpenter's best year in his career, but he put it together when he needed to, got some big wins, and was exceptional in the postseason, leading the Cardinals to the World Series.
Takes a big hack at that one, but misses. 1 strike. Certainly for Carpenter, he showed his worth to the team as being the stand-up guy. Steve, in the postseason, he really was about the only starter who excelled.
You know what? He's a little bit older, doesn't have as much stop and command as he used to, but with the game on the line, he showed last year in the playoffs, in that game against Roy Halladay, he is still a legitimate clutch pitcher.
It's hit foul by Gonzalez. Foul! One-two pitch coming. Gonzalez fights off another pitch. Foul! Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, Gonzalez.
The Milwaukee Brewers.
Now, Gary, that's an outstanding slider. That great late action. With 2 strikes, not much you can do with that one. Tough one to hit.
St. Louis still early in the season. Look at the schedule. Tonight, their final game with Milwaukee. They've got 2 days off, no games before the next road trip. And they'll be off to take on the Reds in the bat of Jay Bruce. That should be a great series. They really match up well. They'll get started Monday night. After that, they kick off a series with the Chicago Cubs, a division rivalry there. Oh, man, there's the big bender. Struck him outside, retired. And they are retired in short order. Good defensive half inning. The Brewers unable to get on the board. Number 2 hole set to Gensling.
Now coming to bat for the St. Louis.
Leading it off is Matt Holliday. 1 for 2 in the ballgame.
Matt Holliday.
Foul! That one fouled off by Holliday. He delivers. Here's a swing and a ground ball. And he'll step on the back. That'll be the first out. State Farm brings us a look at the slugging percentage leaders from last year.
Well, Gary, some serious sluggers in this game here today. I tell you what, these guys aren't content with just stopping at first base. It seems like when they put the ball in play, they put themselves in scoring position or they drive themselves in.
First pitch on the way. A swing line to left center. And it's starting to head out towards the wall. He's thinking extra bases. Johnson's headed to third. And he's in at second with a double. 1 out.
Or with that big hit right there, he only needs a triple to complete the cycle. But hey, that's the toughest one to get. Let's see if he can do it.
With a runner in scoring position to the plate, Lance Berkman.
Talk about a dream season for Lance Berkman and the Cardinals last.
Line fair down the line and right. That one falls. Johnson's going to try and come home. And Johnson scores. I think there's an issue of how much is left in his tank right here, so that bullpen's going to get active.
You know, it's still early in the game, though, so I'd be surprised if they make this move this early. They may just get him prepared in case they need to go there.
We were talking about Berkman. He was a line shot into center field. Now it's 2 away. Now the runner will have to hold at second.
Now coming to bat for the St. Louis Cardinals, third baseman.
Here's David Freese now. This is an RBI chance.
If you saw his last game, you got a chance to see that he swung the bat well in that one, picking up a couple of knocks.
Swing, hot shot. Oh, my. He manages to get the glove on that. Talk about reflexes.
Pitchers are taught once they release the ball, they become a...
Score once on 2 hits, 1 man left. St. Louis continuing to just run away with this one. Elijah Morgan will lead it off. And he takes one in there, 0-1.
Well, they haven't scored or gotten a hit, and we're in the 4th inning right now, and they've got to really reconsider their approach at the plate as we move through the lineup the second time around.
Strike 2 with Chris Carpenter on the mound. He's not wasting anything.
Hey, H, how's it going?
And a moment here to see how this pitcher has been mixing up his pitches.
When it's working consistently, stick with it. But considering how he usually pitches and how he usually finds his success, today he's been throwing a lot of that 12-6 curveball.
Well, I'd really love to see him use that changeup more. You know, we've seen it in the past from him, but to be able to change speeds and get hitters to get off balance a little bit in the zone.
Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. And Shoemaker. And so Morgan retired. 1 down.
He's retired 10th in a row. The hitters are completely overmatched right now. He's got it all going on.
And it's Ricky Weeks in the box now.
Another year and another great one for one of the best second basemen in the league in Ricky Weeks. He can do it all, and is blossoming into a player everyone thought he could be.
Strike started off the at-bat 0-1. And for Weeks and his team in the postseason, he was hurt. And the fact he could not play at 100% had an impact on their inability to move on.
Well, no question it had an impact because he creates runs no matter where you put him in the lineup. He can bat lead off and get on base and slug from there. Or he can bat him in an RBI spot, 5th in the lineup. A major producer in that Brewers lineup. That's a pretty fast pitch right there, and hard to get that much break on it.
And it's Ryan Braun now, up in the top 5 in average last year. Carpenter with the windup. Watches the off-speed pitch. Ends up 0-1.
Some kind of player, no doubt about it. They're glad to have him in the lineup because he can get it done, and he got it done all season long last year here.
That one fouled off by Braun. Fastball swung on and missed. Side retired. Perfect through 4, and he is dealing.
No, he's done everything you want out of a starting pitcher. He set the tone early and keeps it going now.
Up to the plate.
And Skip Schumacher to lead off.
Looking to build offensively off his last game where he had a couple of RBIs and trying to carry that into this one as well.
A swing and a ball hit high and deep down the line and right. And goodbye, home run. The St. Louis Cardinals pouring it on.
Skip Schumacher just crushed.
And boy, the offense just does not want to stop here. Another run up on the board with that solo homer. And Rafael Furcal up.
I'm sure they didn't set out thinking, hey, let's pitch all our bullpen guys this early in the game. What do you think, Gary? I don't know. They need this guy to hold down the fort and see if he can't give them some innings.
Well, you viewers at home, if you'd like to see a lot of fireworks, hang in, because right now it's just all over this yard.
The power being shown off here. Another home run, and it's a highlight reel of power.
1-0 on the way. Swing and a miss for Kyle, not making contact to even it up.
Well, that's an awfully big hack for such a slow off-speed pitch. Came up empty.
There's a ground ball. And Weeks fields the ball. And he'll be tagged out at first base. Now look at the teams who led the league at extra base hits last year. Brought to you by State Farm. Number 1, the D-backs. The Brewers 2nd. Cardinals 3rd. The Rockies 4th. And at number 5, it's the Cubs.
Well, look for the ball to be rattled around in the gaps in this game. The balls are going to be hitting the wall. Extra base hits galore with these two teams. Two of the best at it last year in the league. I tell you what, these guys love to hit the ball in the gap and get in scoring position with one swing of the bat.
And he throws it away. It's going to bring up John Jay. Grounded out his last time through. First pitch on the way. Here's a ball hit soaring into deep center field. That ball is still going. And goodbye, home run. The St. Louis Cardinals pouring it on. 2-run homer just adds to a terrific hitting game they've had. There's one away. Matt Holliday's at the plate. Breaking ball swung on and missed. 0-1. Well, you viewers at home, if you'd like to see a lot of fireworks, hang in, because right now it's just all over this yard. Headed for the middle. And in there, second hit for him in the ball game in his fourth plate appearance.
Let's take a look at last year's rankings to see where Matt Holliday slotted in. 6th in on-base percentage, 9th in doubles, and he got it done in the clutch, hitting with runners in scoring position among the top 10 in the league, delivering as his team needed it, driving in some key runs.
It's going to be Johnson now. He is just a triple shy of the cycle now.
Well, it's the toughest leg of the cycle to get, but if he hits it into the gap, look at him run.
He swings and nails a liner. And another. Wow, that hitting coach is smiling.
Well, they just can't figure out a way to get this guy out. That's now 4 hits for him.
Yeah, it's quiet. Sorry about that.
Lance Berkman hitting 2 runners on.
The game's very loud.
One of the most walked players in the league a year.
See if I can.
Ago.
That might help out a little bit.
Here's the delivery. Hit on the ground. And he grabs this one.
He's out.
Over to second for 1. And 2. Double play. But they strike for 3 runs here thanks to 2 home runs in the inning. St. Louis continuing to...
Stepping up to the plate for the
Milwaukee
Brewers.
Ramirez.
This is what it looks like when you have great stuff and you throw it where you want. You overpower your opponent. Carpenter's been phenomenal.
He's at bats. How's he starting him? Let's take a look.
Well, you look at what he's done so far today, Gary. I mean, what he's done is
Dang, that was close. Way too close for
comfort. He's got 10 guys out after going 0-1.
And Gammel's in the box. And not a lot of expectations here. Just a 182 lifetime average.
There we go.
There's really no explanation of why he has trouble against this team, but he struggles against every pitcher.
Wow. That's funny.
Fouled off.
Foul! 2 strikes. Let's go with the changeup right in the middle.
Change up that time. Swings and misses. That way strike 3 and 2 down.
Gary, let's check out this changeup in K-Camp.
This pitch is going top shelf. He tries to chase it. You got to give the pitcher credit for just putting one past him there.
Yeah, usually that one is going to be sent somewhere. Fair play, but not that time. He got him. Corey Hart's at the plate. Struck out swinging last time. Foul! It's hit foul by Hart.
So, do you like watching baseball, Doc?
Strike 2 with Chris Carpenter on the mound. He's not wasting anything.
Look here, as we move through the middle part of this ball game right now, they just cannot mount any offense at all. No hits. And I'll tell you what, this pitcher is just shutting them down.
No, you don't. Baseball's America's pastime.
There's a swing and a hit. This one's to Beltran. And there's the third out. Now, you don't want to say anything too early.
Batting for the St. Louis
Leadoff hitter,
Cardinals.
Carlos Beltran.
Coming into this game, he's got to have some confidence because he picked up 2 hits last time out, so got to be seeing the ball pretty well.
Hit in the dirt. Oh, and he bobbles this thing. And he can't recover in time.
That's like 2 errors right there.
Throws it in the dirt. So David Freese will stand in. Homered back in the first inning. And he's running. Foul! And it goes foul. Oh, there he goes for second. Towards center field. 1 away.
Now batting
And he'll go back
for
to
the St. Louis
first.
Cardinals, second baseman, number 55.
And in the batter's box, Shoemaker.
Shoemaker.
He homered
Schumacher.
earlier in the ball
Here we
game.
go. He got a 3-run shot last time.
Hit sharply towards the hole.
Stay still, Beltran.
Well, anytime you're a hitter, you can get 3 hits in a game. You're going to see that average start creeping up to where you want it to be. And he's on now with 1 out.
An RBI situation for Rafael Furcal.
That contributed offensively in their last game with a couple of RBIs. See if he can't do it again today.
Swing and a high pop-up left side of the infield. Weeks is going to play it. Two retired here. So our State Farm leaderboard to look at the teams who hit best. Runners in scoring position last year. Cardinals, number 1. Second, Phillies. Third spot, the Brewers. Fourth, the Mets. And swing and a hot shot. Oh, avoided the path of that ball. That was right up the middle. Was that ever close? And Beltran crosses the plate. Almost to third. Gets tagged out.
Batting for the Milwaukee
And we've got
Brewers.
LaCroix now coming to the plate.
Number 20.
Well, it's truly been a tremendous day on the mound for this man. Here's a breakdown of how he's been mixing up his locations, using that to his advantage.
His command and control have been solid.
Now
Not perfect, but the great pitching coaches will all agree that when you can mix locations along with pitch types, then you have the greatest chance of success each time out on the mound.
Hey, John, you know this is a game of adjustments, and the hitters have not been able to adjust to the location and the rhythm of his pitching.
Gonzalez at the plate. Batting .250 last year, 3 for 12 against the Cardinals. Strike one! Swing and a miss by Alex Gonzalez. That count is knotted up.
You know, I know we're not supposed to say anything about no-hitters, so I would never say anything about that, Gary. But
don't worry.
You know, I don't think they have any hits here. We're, moving to the Milwaukee Brewers.
2 down.
Number 41.
Boy, it doesn't take long to count the amount of hitters he's been able to get out so far. Just marching along here with lots of zeros.
Well, the key right now, he's got to maintain his focus. Winning the game is the primary goal right now.
And the first pitch was a strike. Got him at 0-1 right now. Well, when you put a game together like we've seen here from this pitcher, it only comes with throwing a lot of quality strikes.
There we go.
Here's how he's getting it done.
When you're pitching as well as
top of the 7th now.
Now up to the plate.
And so John Jay will lead off.
Number 19, John Jay.
Here's the first pitch. Here's a swing and a ground ball. That's one down.
Up to the plate for the St. Louis Cardinals. Left fielder.
Just one away. Matt Holliday's at the plate. Had a base hit his last time up. And this one's up the middle. He dives. He's up with it.
Good job.
Bad throw. So they can't make the play. And he'll stop at second base. And it will be a double. It's going to be Johnson now. He is just a triple shy of the cycle now.
Well, it's the toughest leg of the cycle to get, but if he hits it into the gap, look at him run.
Here's the first pitch. Swung on. That is hit. And in there, there's another one. That is his 5th hit of the ball game. He'll hold there at second base. Credited with a double. Let's take a moment to check out how much that 2-bagger helps their cause. Here's the win expectancy goal. So looking to capitalize on the RBI situation. Lance Burton. He hit into a double play as last time. Ball 1 to begin this at bat. 1-0.
Look, Gary, clearly they're running out of time right here, and they just cannot afford a base hit where they pick up a couple more runs. And it's already going to be tough to come back offensively.
Thought he could make a play there, but it didn't happen. Here's the pitch. Swing and a liner to right center. And it gets down, and that's going to drive in Holiday. Bergman's heading for third base. And Johnson also scoring. And they're still going after him. And the throw, and again turns back. Eyes turned back the other way now. Gonzalez getting one.
Let's go back to last season and see the year that Lance Berkman had, how he ranked in comparison to everybody else. Second batting average with runners in scoring position, third in on-base percentage, and also had that patience at the plate where he took
up the middle. And another one. It's contagious.
Now up to the plate.
Well, nice little pitch up the middle.
Fastball's right down the middle, and this pitcher falls into that category. He's got to hit corners. When he hits the center of the plate with that fastball, he's going to get a hit.
And a shot here for David Freese. It will come with 2 down. Homered back in the first inning, and Morgan's there.
A little popper.
And the sides retired as they head into the dugout.
All right, here goes Cardinals.
They
Going
pick
to
up
the
4 hits in the inning.
What's the no-no going?
Now up to the plate.
And for those of you catching up with us, hi. I'm Gary Thorne along with John Kruk and Steve Phillips, bringing you Major League Baseball here on 2K Sports. Morgan in the box. He's going to get things started off for us here after the 7th inning stretch. And Carpenter has him 0-1 with that called strike.
I don't know about you, Gary, but when I look up the board under that H column, the hits column, you say there. So clearly we're getting into exciting territory right now. We still have plenty of chances to try to get to him, but right now it doesn't look like anybody's been able to try to even do anything against him so far.
And it's Ricky Weeks in the box now. Strike one! Struck out swinging his last time up. First pitch was a strike, 0-1 now.
Well, that's what you like to see. Power going against power. That two-seamer with great movement.
And
the batter swinging for the fences. The pitcher won this battle.
Let's go, Ricky.
Throws in on the changeup, and it's 1-2 now.
When you can mix speeds and hit your spots, this is what you get. Nice pitch.
Struck him out, and on it goes. Every batter's gone back to the bench.
Now he's just baffled them the entire game, shaking their heads on their way back to the dugout.
Now a look at the teams who generated the most runs last year, courtesy of State Farm. Number 1, the Cardinals. Second, the Reds.
How you doing, Pierre?
Rockies third. Fourth, D-backs. And it's the Brewers 5th best.
Well, they might have to replace home plate after this game because these were two of the top teams in the league last year in runs scored. They love to cross home plate. They get guys on. They score them. And that's what makes these teams so tough to pitch against.
Towards center field. And he drops back to the warning track to pull it in.
Well, you have a point right now.
And Skip Schumacher to lead off. He homered back in the 5th.
55. Skip Shoemaker.
On the way. Strike one! Miss. Strike one.
I like the change of speeds right there. Good pitch selection. You got to be a little careful going inside there because that is a pitch that when you fool somebody, they can put in play.
Line drive.
Nice hit up the middle. Good job, Schumacher.
That's going to bring up Rafael Furcal.
Well, he just continued to swing a hot bat in this one. Is that 4 hits for him now? Yes, it is.
You go back to that injury, Gary, and those are always very difficult ones there. And not much you can do. Sometimes it's just the happenstance of the game that can lead to injury.
Steve, we were talking about the injury. So long as the... Oh, Shoemaker, here we go. One down. So that's the first out. Runner has to hold it first. A little warm-up action going in the bullpen. That's a right-hander up and throwing.
Well, they're going to wait for the right-handed hitter on deck to get announced, and it'll probably make the move to the pen.
It's going to be Carpenter now. And an RBI single his last time to the plate. He heads all the way back to the warning track
that was the pitcher.
Now batting for the St. Louis Cardinals, center fielder.
And Jay stands in to hit. He homered earlier in the ballgame.
Complete game here for him. I mean, you talk about the RBIs, the homers, and this guy is doing everything today.
Runner on first, 2 away. And here's the first one. Swung on line to right center field. This one into the alleyway. Should be extra bases. Here comes Shoemaker for the plate. The throw. And he's in there. He scores from first.
Now batting.
This one was all about speed as he went diving into the bag.
Well, he goes diving into the bag, and I'm not sure whether he meant to do it or he was just out of gas and it was a lunge to get in safely.
Matt Holliday will stand in with the runner at third. There's a swing, a drive down the left field line. It's towards the corner, and goodbye, home run. The St. Louis Cardinals pouring it on.
Hi! For the St. Louis Cardinals.
2-run homer just adds to a terrific hitting game they've had.
I don't know if I'd want to be an opposing pitcher right now. This offense looks unstoppable.
He is just a triple shy of the cycle now.
Well, it's the toughest leg of the cycle to get, but if he hits it into the gap, look at him run. Picked
up by Torres. The first side is retired. Well, they strike for 3 more runs here and widen that lead even further. Big spread. The Brewers need a...
Now batting for the Milwaukee
Leadoff
Brewers.
hitter, Aramis Ramirez.
Number 3.
Here we go. Here's the first pitch.
Aramis Ramirez.
It's 0-1 as he swings and misses at that fastball.
No runs, no hits. Deep into this ballgame, Gary, and obviously he is pitching a gem of a game.
Strike 2 with Chris Carpenter on the mound. He's not wasting anything. outs away from this piece of history.
Well, another big strikeout for him there. And I tell you what, manhandling this lineup on his way to what we think could be a perfect game. 5 outs away.
And Gammel's in the box. Struck out swinging last time. That's this one fouled to the right. And there's a swing and a miss, and he falls behind 0-2. Here's the delivery. Slider that time, ruled the ball. 1-2.
Now, if you're going to miss, you don't want to do it up there.
The 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. 8th inning. 2 down.
Now just 4 outs away from a perfect game. An extraordinary effort right there. Another strikeout. He is just dominating them in the zone.
Corey Hart gets to swing now with 2 down. 0 for 2 thus far. Got the bat on that one. Jay's there. And there's the third out.
He's about to come out in the most intense situation.
Lance Berkman, he'll be leading it off. He doubled home a couple in his last at bat.
He's just on a tear right now. He's seeing the ball so well. He's driving in runs, scoring runs, hitting home runs, doing a little bit of everything to help his team win.
And goodbye, home run. The St. Louis Cardinals pouring it on.
The St. Louis Cardinals.
Sometimes the offense just explodes all game long, and that's what's going on here. Another one and a huge lead. And it's Carlos Beltran at the plate. And he cannot come up with it, but he stays with it, gets the out. That's how you do it. One away, David Freese gets that. Homered back in the first inning. And starts him out here. Foul ball! And it's fouled off. He delivers. Swing and a drive, deep left center. This one towards Braun. Oh, and he can't come up with it. It's going to bring Skip Schumacher to the plate. Singled and scored his last time around.
Number 55, Skip Schumacher.
The pitch. Line towards third and foul. Freese is stealing. This is swung on, lifted to deep right field as he drops back for it and puts it away.
Coming to bat for the St. Louis Cardinals, shortstop, number 15.
So with 2 down, it'll be Rafael Furcal. Last time up, flew out. First pitch on the way. Takes a call at strike 1. That one's fouled off by Furcal. Freese is stealing. You're out. Strike 3 on Rafael Furcal. A swinging strike that'll send him back. And so Cameron Lowe is heading off. And coming up.
For the Milwaukee
And if you're
Brewers.
just tuning in, hi, Gary Thorne along with John Kruk, Steve Phillips. We bring you Major League Baseball on 2K Sports. And we've got Lefroy now coming to the plate. 0 for 2 thus far. And the bottom of the ninth starts with a strike.
Well, Gary, in the 9th inning, has not given up a hit in this one, so we may be looking at some history for him personally and for his club.
Carpenter with the windup. This one's grounded to second. Shoemaker's got to play. Roll on to first in time. And there are 2 to go for perfection.
He's got to be feeling the excitement and the nervousness right now, and so are the fielders behind him. Pressure on everybody out there.
Gonzalez at the plate. Lined out in his last at bat. And Carpenter gets him swinging for the first strike. Can't catch up with it. 0-2. Swing, liner, back up the middle. And that gets down the Brewers, their first base hit.
You really feel for him that one. I mean, he could feel the excitement of the stadium with the potential for the perfect game, but just got away from him right there. Well, not hard to understand this one, Gary. You're going to bring in the pinch hitter for the pitcher. Hopefully the guy can come up with a big hit.
1-0 count, tripped that last one, and it was out of the zone. And here's Carpenter's 1-0 pitch. In for a strike, 1-1.
Well, here's a hanging curveball. You want the 12-6. This one hung out about 2 o'clock, and he just didn't swing.
The 1-2 on its way. Fastball just about had him, and it's a 2-2 count.
Well, he's over the 80 pitch mark right now at this point in the game. And you know that pitching coach is keeping a close eye on him to see if he tires.
2-2 pitch. And he falls off another one.
Well, a lot of times the pitcher just throws a pitch that you can't do anything with. The only thing you can do, especially in a 2-2 count, is try to put it in play, foul it off, to keep the at-bat going.
Number 2.
Got him there. That was a nice strikeout.
Morgan.
Well, he had a swing at it. 2 strikes, ball up and away. A good pitch to at least put in play or foul off, but couldn't quite catch up to it.
Strike 1.
Morgan at the plate. Ground out victim last time through. And Carpenter has him 0-1 with that called strike.
Strike 2.
Well, Gary, this guy has an outstanding slider. Such a tough pitch to hit. It almost needs a turn signal when he gets to the plate.
Swing and a miss, and that's going to do it. What a way to end this one. He's got himself the goose egg.
Now, he was in control from this one from the absolute beginning. Faced a solid lineup and completely dominated them. That's the performance to be proud of. Fans going home unhappy in this one. Their offense just did not get it done as the opposing pitching just shut them down. Wow.
And here we are at that moment where we're going to find an individual performance to recognize. Our player of the game. Fantastic display in this ball game by Lance Burton.
Well, the reason why you put a guy in the cleanup spot in the line is because he's the clutch guy. He's the guy you want up in those big situations. And that's how this game was decided today. He came up and he didn't disappoint.
And we got to see a terrific performance out of their starter, and he was able to ride that one on to victory.
Well, an outstanding.